Okay. May I share screen now, sir?
Yeah, sure. You may.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Jalan.
Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalam ala asrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in amma ba'd. Firstly, I would like to say thanks to our God, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who has given us chance and heart tonight. So yeah, we have a chance to join in discussion. And I also say to all of you guys, thank you very much for giving me this grateful chance. So this evening, it's my turn to bring the issue, namely addressing sexual abuse and its impact on mental health in academic institution and society. Why I take this issue? Because I believe that this issue is always happening nowadays, and I just address on mental health because I am as a mental health disorder, honestly. Yeah, sorry. Well, here there are the definitions of sexual abuse and mental health, but I truly believe that all of you guys uh, has some definitions about sexual abuse and mental health. Yeah. Sexual abuse is a form of behavior that leads to unilateral sexual matters and a behavior that is not expected by the person who is the target and causes negative reactions such as shame, anger, hatred, and offense. And a mental health itself, also called mental disorder, is a heart condition that affects thought, feelings, behavior, mood, or a combinations of them. This is the definitions of sexual abuse and mental health that I got of some reference, and I also take it as I always read in a reference that I got. But I truly believe that all of you guys has their own the definition of sexual abuse. So, what is the sexual abuse mean for all of you guys, and also mental health? Please, if you have a, if you can share about the definition of sexual abuse and mental health, yeah, please. Yeah, anybody can share about the definition of sexual abuse and mental health itself. Oh yeah, Eka Alitasari, among you, listen. Okay, time's yours.
Thank you, sir. I think sexual abuse is like attacking to the victim because the doers is they have some imagination or assumption to the victim, and mostly they are like lower or what you call if you are like underestimate people, but in sexually. Uh, and you thought that the person is like a cheap, something like that, and maybe like easily to seduce and like an object. So the doers is feeling have an aggressive thought and action because they thought the victim is like easy target, something like that. And mental health, of course, is really impacted the victim because mostly if they feel like confused in one side, they didn't want to be like harming people or good, but in another side they feel humiliated and insulted, right? when people look down on you, mostly sexually, like gross to you, of course, it's feeling um mostly for women. It's not like a proud apa sih kebanggaan, tapi it's not something yeah, that's can you something that you can be proud, because mostly women they didn't like when the men look at them like a gross, or like you are like aggressive to them, because they are a person. You have to respect their feelings, emotion, and if they not your girlfriend or wife, or your intimate partner, you cannot do it to anybody's. So that's the difficult part from the doers, because they didn't have like empathy to people, right? So they think that people will be like being insult like that. Yeah. So, but I have read in India there is many sexual harassment, right? And mostly rape in that country. It's very more apa more badly than sexual abuse. Yeah. And the surprising is because they didn't have punishment for their action. So it means the doers think that it's a pleasure for the victim. That's for the anger part. They didn't respect others, and they thought that the victim is like having a reward from them. It's very gross and very um, um, emotionally feelings, right? Because they didn't really didn't respect others. They really suck. And then the secondly, they are the coward in the fact they they having guts, because they do it. It's like hidden, I mean not hidden, yeah, mostly hidden, or for some person they thought it's weak for them. They cannot, it didn't mean that cannot defend. It's not like that. But mostly women, they are um very like a gentle, mostly in emotional and feelings. If you are having a real female friends, not boyish female, because sometimes they feel like male, right? They are rude, and sometimes they cross the boundaries, and they didn't care about others feelings, and they are just like a male, suck. But if you have the how female feeling, they didn't get in love with person. It's not because what you have or what you looks. It's not like that. But your attitude, your heart, and your the real you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's explanations by Kak Ekalita about the definitions about sexual abuse and mental health. And Kak Ekalita said that it's about sexual abuse itself is about attacking, and mental health. Yeah, some countries always happens, like in India, but there's no punishment itself when the sexual abuse happen in India. This was really nice explanations or descriptions of mental health and sexual abuse by Kak Kalita Sari. Thank you, Kak. Now is I give this chance to Kak Ota Andi. Ota Andi, maybe you can share about the definition of sexual abuse, that maybe you can have itself about the definition of sexual abuse and mental health. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you, speaker. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the chance, and here I'd like to address the definitions of sexual abuse, as here we are talking about. Actually, I quite agree with the previous speaker that the sexual abuse involve kind of action that is sometimes is deliberate and sometimes also indeliberate also. But it depends on the settings that is allowing kinds of criminal action to be happens, like as well as other crime. But at first, I want to define the sexual abuse as a sexual harassment that is conducted by the perpetrators, of course, without a consent. So I want to underline there is no consent of someone doing an act of sexual um, inclination towards someone. This action supposed to be, I agree, also to be considered as a crime, because since there is no concerns of doing that kind of wrongdoing. And why is it also considered as crime? Because it has a different impact on someone's or individual, both physically and psychologically. And who usually be the victims of sexual abuse? Here, women and children are usually the groups that always being targeted to be the sexual abuse actions, because I also agree that this group of people usually portrayed as a weak people, like women is weaker than men, and children also as well, and they also sometimes portrayed as an object in certain terms, like in relationship, in a official settings, like in office or working, yeah, and etc. And lastly, I want to give some of examples of sexual abuse. Here I recognize two forms of sexual abuse, that is deliberate and indeliberate. The first one is deliberate, where sometimes this is happened apparently, obviously, in a public place. For example, when we are going to the work, especially those who using train, where there are flooding people in the train, and sometimes the perpetrator use the chance to use a sexual abuse by touching inconstantly to certain parts that is sexually harass the individual. And the other approach that is indeliberate, which can we also say that this is has been explained before, like the perpetrators has no gut to do it deliberately, like it is covered. For example, we have ever heard some news, like there are some youth, there are like they are taking picture someone else's sensitive parts in constantly in public area, but they do it hiddenly, like they're doing it not they doing it covertly, yeah. So that's all my point for the definition. Thank you.
Thank you, Kak Ota, for your definitions. And you say that there is sexual abuse service was a considerations of crime, and there are two definitely deliberate and indeliberate. Yeah, thank you, Kak Ota. That's a nice sharing. Now I give to Mr. Sunshine that maybe you have a great definitions about sexual abuse and mental health. Time's yours, Scott.
Okay, thank you. I just want to give a short underline with what has been stated by the previous speaker, Otto Andi. It's like I want to bring the definition much more comprehensive. I mean, like, whether with or without consent, sexual abuse, sexual discrimination should be defined as what it is, as what they are. So everything that is done with the consent of the victims or not, okay, can be categorized as sexual discriminations. Okay, whether it is done public or in private areas. So whatever they are, okay, still can be run as sexual harassment. What's the difference is what will be the consequences, what will be the after effects, whether it would be perceived or even like left as what they are. I mean, like, for example, if it is based on mutual preference, I guess there will be no serious consequences following after that. Yeah, but if it is like totally negatively impacting the opposite perspective of the opposite party, then of course we need to proceed with legal actions, yeah, to solve or to tackle the problems. I think that's my comment. I just want to add and bring out the difference and more comprehensive understanding to critically address the previous speaker analysis. That's from me, Mr. Rashid. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kak, for this year sharing, and that was nice. And you are really agree for the previous speaker before, Kak Ekalita, that and you say one word that we have to do illegal actions about sexual abuse, facing sexual abuse. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Yeah. These are some causes of sexual abuse. First is desire to control and prove strength. It's about I think that all of you guys has a way to control desire. For me, as a mental health, I have a phase psychologist, and she said that to control your desire, you just have to make it closer to your religions. So talking about to tell society about control desire, what should we do? Yeah. Some of you guys maybe yeah, Kak Ekalita Sari, please. Kak Eka Sari, please.
I think desire to control is depend to your characters, of course, and your self boundaries, and of course your maybe is your parenting, something like that, like a support system. Sometimes your parent teaching you a good things, but your friends telling that this is more interesting and maybe more benefit for you, but you didn't consider others' feeling. But and I think the boundaries is if you do it to your intimate partner, it's a different kind, right? Because they are having relationship with you, and maybe it's there is a communication between both of you. But if you do that to the person that having relationship with you, of course it's very terrifying, right? Because you are alien for them. That's the problem. And that's only the question, right? Okay.
Okay, that's it, Kak. So it's about communication, yeah, Kak, about how to control our desire.
Yeah, communication. If you having
And
you have relationship with uh your partner, right?
Oh yeah, our partner.
Yeah, but if they are your friends, your best friend, or engineer, you can do that. It's gross.
Oh,
It's very gross, right? But
yeah.
girlfriend or wife or fiance, maybe that the way you express your love for them, right? But for a lot alien that having the weird expression, of course, it's very terrifying them. Yeah, it's not something that cannot be accepted. And about the marital relationship, of course, there is a context, right? Because in marital relationship, the wife have more obligation to fulfill their husband sexual needs, right? But I agree that it didn't mean that the husband can do the what do you call KDRT, something like that, or if your wife is sick or they maybe too tired because they are working or they have to um, carrying your children, but for mostly husband they don't have reason of that, right? It's like a dilemmatis. In one part, the wife cannot let the husband to having polygamy, but in the other side, they also have a limitation about the condition. Yeah.
Jessica, nice. Okay, thank you very much for your sharing, Kak. This is related to the second point, namely forcing girls to marry or result in the wife's rejections of intimate relationship with the husband. The husband is resorting to sexual violence in this case to complete the mental relationship. So I have a questions for you guys that maybe you can share. Do you agree that if the wife cannot serve her husband, it can be, and the husband's push his wife to do that, can be called as a sexual abuse?
I mean, if it like neglected,
Yeah,
neglected,
neglected. Yeah.
the wife don't have any reason to
Yeah.
reject. It's a sin because they can fulfill the needs, but they didn't want to fulfill because they just feel not mood or they like I said, is neglected. But when they
Neglected.
are too tired or they are sick, of course the husband have to tolerate them, right? Maybe uh delay the time. So it will be more perfect if your wife is not sick or they are not tired. So you have to give them rest, right? And you can do it in another time more proportional.
Yeah. Time. It's about time. Yes. Thank you, Kak. Well, the third point, the third point is some people fit sexual pleasures only in the violent sexual practices. Do you agree this point that people think that sexual pleasures is only in the violent sexual practices?
I beg your pardon?
Yeah. Some people feel that sexual pleasure only in the violent sexual
Okay.
practices.
I understand. You mean that yeah, I know it calls like apa sih so they have pleasure because they being violent, right? It's a disease, I think. It's an exception, yeah. Mostly if they're having a pleasure being violent, the partner is have to be like the opposite, the people that having pleasure because they are violent people, and the partner is they can enjoy the violence. Yeah, I know. I have read about that, but it's like a mental health, apa? Gangguan jiwa, mental disorder. It's not, yeah, but you cannot apply it with the normal people. Yeah, but if your partner have a disorder, that kind mental disorder, yeah, you can do it because that the way they can have the fulfillment, right? But if your partner is normal, of course you have to treat them normal.
Yeah. Yeah, let's move to point four. It's about undermarriage. There is a culture intention. There's a culture tension. I mean, there's a culture tension in society. I mean that marriage in young age is once of their habitual. So when a young girl marries, and intimacy seems to be a kind of violence abuse. How do you think about underweight marriage? When a young girl marries, intimacy seems to be a kind of violence abuse. This is also a causes of sexual abuse.
Yeah, of course, I have about that in the Yaman. They are like having a practice to marry little children, right? And their husband is like 30, and the daughter is like 7 or 9 years old until 13 years old, and the husband is violence their agreement because they only can have having a sexual intercourse with their wife after the wife is like mature. It's like 17, something like that, when they are prepared, but mostly they cannot sustain the agreement because the reality is the children is they are screaming to calling their fathers, yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's like a discussion in my class when I having um another study after I married. It's very interesting. Well, at the first, I didn't believe that because it's like an issue, right? And like make Islam bad. But my friend said it's the news is true. It's not something that make up from the reporters. And then I recall about like Khawarij in Islamic, and we discuss about that. And I give my opinion to my friends that if it's true, then they are Khawarij. They are doing something right in the text, but they miscontext in the application. So they can marry their children. It's not something violence in Islam, but when the children have to fulfill their husband sexual needs in very young age, it's violence in Islam because you have to wait your wife, and mostly when you have a little wife, you have another wife that have more mature, because when we refer to Aisha, right? Aisha, it's not alone. There is 8 wives, right? Maybe minimal you have one wife that have prepared to fulfillment you, but and you have to wait for your young wife. That's the Islamic guide you. But the reality is they cannot stand with their young wife, and it's very terrifying for the children, and worse is that it bringing up to being religion conflict. It's not religion conflict, it's a social conflict. There is some people that miscontext the hadith and in application, and they also taking their dowry. There is daughter, for the fathers is jobless. That's for the very pity. And if it not if the news is not true, yeah, it's a like fitnah atau apa sih? It's like a lying like a fake news. But if it is true and it's the fact, you cannot close your eyes for the fact, because it's not about a religion anymore. It's some people that having for the apa misusing the text for their interest, for their own pleasure, yeah, their needs.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Anyone
so thank
else?
you very much for Miss Ekalita that's sharing about her thought. But it's not only Miss Ekalita.
Yeah,
For some
yeah,
speakers, you may
yeah,
pick up, but please make sure if you want to pick
yeah,
up, you may raise your hand. This one.
yeah.
Raise your
Okay,
hand and
Ota.
pick up your what you are thinking about this motion or this statement. Whatever you want to say, it's okay. We really appreciate your opinion. Maybe Mr. Saiful, Mr. Rehan,
Yeah, Mr.
Saprijal,
Saif.
observer, Azi, listener, Nisa, Henny, Hanum, Lia, Deva. All of you may speak up here, not only Miss Ekalita.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
the time is yours.
Anyone else to share? Yeah.
Future, yeah, is because it's related to your life. Yeah, you will spend, yeah, a whole of your life forever with your husband. Yeah, because it's something what is that, sensitive, yeah, especially for girls, because mostly because we are living in Indonesia. If you are above 30 and you're not married yet, maybe your neighbors or your family blame you, yeah, blame you. But it's not from, but it's not your mistake, yeah. It's not your mistake. You haven't found your man, or you haven't found your future husband, your future wife, yeah. And don't force them to get married soon. In fact, they will get domestic violence from their husband or something else, yeah, because of economic factors, yeah. I guess that I disagree with this. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
And next, some people feel sexual pleasure only in a violent sexual practice. I guess that it's related to psychological factors. Psychological factors. There are three parts that I know is related to our past experiences, our fantasies, and our emotional state. Yeah, if a past experience means that it's related to positive and negative, your sexual experiences, yeah, where you get experience about that, yeah, so it can influence, yeah, to your future life, yeah. And fantasies, yeah, because it's normal as a human, we have our desires, yeah, and it's a blast from God, yeah, but the decision is from you, yeah, whether you want to do it in a positive way or in a negative way, yeah. So maybe you have your own fantasy, yeah, it's your what is that, it's your, I don't want to interfere because it's you yourself, yeah. I guess that it's normal as a human, so you just imagine scenarios or fantasy, because it can influence the individual, yeah. So it depends on you. Emotional, maybe because sometimes we are stressed, or sometimes we get an anxiety, or our mood swing, what is that, can change every day, yeah, every time, so it can affect our desire levels, yeah. And the last one, I guess that social and cultural effects, because maybe from the media or from the environment, from the relationship and our norms, yeah, it depends on, yeah, maybe because we are now in what is that, millennial era, yeah, where we always find something from when you touch your phone, so you can browse. It's easily to watch a porn site or something else. So it can make you what is that? Yeah, I guess that everyone knows about that. Yeah, and it depends on the humans, I guess. Yeah, whether we want to take in a positive or a negative. That's all from me. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Kak, for your time, for your great explanations or opinion about the points causes of sexual abuse. And you say that how desire is normally, and to control it depends on you, and there are some ways to control your desire, such as exercise, reading, writing some article, on reading the Holy Quran. And you disagree about the second point, that about forcing marriage. You give a suggestion, or you give the opinion that before we decide to get married, we have to make a good planning, or we discuss with our future husband or future wife. Thank you, Kak Heni. That's a great sharing, and that's a good opinion. Okay, anyone else to share? Oh yeah, Kak Shaiful, time's yours. Kak Shaiful, please.
Hello,
Yeah,
am I audible?
yeah.
All right. My name is Saiful.
Are you Shaiful?
Yes,
Oh
I
yeah.
am.
You
As
are
a very,
liar,
Oh, sorry.
Saiful. Show your true name. Show your
as
true
a
identity.
very innocent guy here,
I'm shocked.
The true
I really
innocent
want.
never commit themselves, you know.
I'm really.
I'm really
Please let me speak,
All
Mr.
right, all right.
Raymond.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay because I just drink Betis water, so I'm gonna spit Betis. So, as someone who's very innocent, I'm gonna talk about sexual abuse. I think somebody here, I think it's more like Japanese. I want to talk about the form of sexual abuse itself. Yeah, it's a Courtney accent. So basically, a lot of people think that when it comes to sexual abuse, it means just you're doing violence towards the victims, right? But eventually, sexual abuse can happen in two forms, either verbally or physically. A lot of people think that just by touching somebody's physics can be considered as the sexual abuse, but just by giving verbal sexual harassment can also be fallen into the category of sexual abuse. Let's say catcalling, which is very common here in Indonesia, is just by simply put that somebody's passing and then you're calling them by how they look like. It's actually a part of sexual abuse. And what I notice about here is that regardless the gender, everyone can suffer with this sexual abuse, don't you think? And what I want to highlight as well is that the factors of sexual abuse or the reasons behind people do sexual abuse can be very in a really complex spectrums. You cannot just say because they're having psychiatric interests with like what's called BDSM or something. But eventually you need to also underline that sexual abuse is defined as non-consensual sexual activity by means that if it's not under your consent, then it could be considered as sexual abuse. So if you're doing something that's still under your consent, whatever the form of the sexual activity itself, is not going to be considered as sexual abuse. So first of all, this is what can be very complex when we need to break it down from this very simple definition. Because when the crime really happens, some of the doors are going to say that they're doing it because of both consent, or else the victim can actually play, like pretending that they're actually victimized, because they just can say that they don't have consent, because when you want to do sexual activity, there's no certain agreement that you need to write it down before you do that, correct? That's the reason why it's hard to prove when it comes to injury addiction, that you want to prove you're actually the victimized of sexual abuse, because there's no form of proof that is written unless that you're going to be recorded, probably through videos or through social media, like platform that people use, like verbally, like assaulting people through social media or any devices possible. So yeah, that's all I want to add before we jump or delve deeper into this very really meat topic, because I really love talking about this. A lot of people always like malign me or slander me as someone who did sexual abuse. As Saiful, I really want to talk about it more. So yeah, that's it. What I can say, Mr. Rashid. Anyway, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Are you
nice to
still
meet
in Makassar, Mr. Abdul
Yes,
Rashid?
I'm from Makassar. But your voice is not strange for me. It seems like my friend. It seems
Absolutely.
like my friend.
Really?
You are one of my friends when I joined Hasanuddin English community in
Oh,
Makassar,
you
I
mean
guess.
Hag, right? And then
Yeah,
you're from Umi.
yes. And you are from Bosa University, right? You are my
Oh my,
friend, actually.
I know. Thank you,
Maybe.
Mr. Rashid.
Okay. Okay, Kak Shaiful. Thank you. Thank you for your kind. Thank you very much for your great sharing opinion about sexual
Keep
abuse. And you say that sexual abuse can be defined as complex. Thank you, Kak Saiful. I really miss you. Okay, Kak Mas Rudy, time yours. Ya, Kak. Kak Mas Rudy, are you there? Kak Mas Rudy, I'm sorry, Kak Mas Rudy, I'm sorry, Kak Mas Rudy, please, Kak. Kak Mas Rudy, Kak Mas Rudy, can you hear my voice, guys? Kak Mas Rudy, please.
Seems like there's audio problems from him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So can we move to the next slide? Oh yeah. How about moving to the next slide? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Kak Mas Rudy said that his laptop has been problem. Oh, yeah. So please move to the next slide. Yeah. Here they are. Tonight, this issue is really special for me because I focus on sexual abuse that happen in academic and our society. As we know that sexual abuse in academic environments is a problem that has been around for a long time, but is often still considered as a secret or a taboo subject to talk about. So it's just like a silence in some academic and environments. So do you believe that, or do you agree that it's often still considered as a secret or a taboo to talk about it? Yeah, maybe some of you guys has opinion about this slide that sexual abuse that happen in academic institution like in college, it's still considered as a taboo to talk about it. Oh yeah, Kak Kalita
I think
Sari, please.
it become taboo because there is like perception the music that for some context it's like a confusing because there is like playing victim, but the important things is the victim is feel like guilty because they feel that maybe it's their fault, but the boundaries is still have to be stand up, right? Not doing mostly action in it, right? If there is a verbally, maybe like you having a conversation and maybe the conversation is you didn't mean to you didn't mean to it's like a joke, something that, but maybe it can be without relationship with you. I think that's the first point. And the second, why people didn't want to talk about this, because sometimes after they are telling the story, people is like apa tuh memandang rendah tapi downgrade them because
underestimate.
Underestimate something like that because they will think that you are the cause, so it's like difficult, right? And the second, maybe what I'm reading, there is like confusing condition, because sometimes mostly if people did know that the doers are the characters, because there is report the the action, and but she being accused, being like what is called is malah dia gitu yang dilaporin apa sih, she have to go to the jail, and the case is very viral. Of course, people like didn't want to report, right? Although they know they have a proof. In this case, she have like a video and she keep in the laptop, and then she report the lecturer because he doing like gross thing to her his student. But the fact is the witness is going to the jail. And how can you explain about this?
Jessica. Okay, thank you, Kak. I can say that it's it because, for example, when the victim told about that, it will be spy sometimes and afraid something like affect you jail after report this crime. Thank you, Kak Kalita. And Kak Harum, please, time's yours, Kak Harum. Maybe you can share about your opinion about that sexual abuse that happen in academy in
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Yeah, I think the situation happened before at my university. The victim was threatened and pressured other students also felt afraid and had trust issue about this incident. Dismissed and should not be allowed to teach again. In this case, the preparator was the lecturer. There was also a student. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Kak Hanum. Kak Hanum said that it's Kak Hanum said it's still taboo because there's still pressure for the students to that who has became the victim, and Kak Hanum say that it's also happened in her college. Thank you, Kak Hanum. Anyone else to share about or to share the opinion about a sexual abuse that happens in academic institution? Anyone else? Yeah, Heni, Kak Heni, please. Kak Heni.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I would like to add about this. I guess that it happens in my city, yeah, long time ago, yeah, where where many students, yeah, get a kinds of sexual abuse, yeah. But I don't spill the university, and I guess that there are some reason why it is always happen, yeah, especially in academic, yeah, academic or campus or school, why it is always happen, especially for universities, the information because they are educated, yeah, they are educated, or the one lead, yeah, the students, or the students need more information, or the students what is that, want to learn more from their lectures, but the fact this always happen, yeah, maybe because they have a power, yeah. I guess that their power power dynamics means that the perpetrators, yeah, or maybe or of their power, yeah, or their authority, yeah, over the victim to exploit, yeah, their sexually, because they know they have a power, yeah. For example, if I want to choose the advisors, yeah, to advise me, yeah, to do or help my thesis, or to help my I need some help from them, but they know they have a power, because they are the one who can help their students, yeah, they are the one who can help, so they try to intimate, yeah, the victim, you need me, yeah, so because you need me, so you will do anything for that, yeah. If you don't do that, yeah, you cannot pass from the exam, or I don't want to advise you, I don't want to be your advisor, or I don't want to help you, yeah, to complete your thesis, yeah, because of their power. So bad, yeah, they try to intimate, yeah, they have a power, and they try to force, yeah, their student, yeah, you have to meet me now, if not, yeah, you're gonna fail, yeah, from your exam, yeah, because of the power. And the second one is about their psychological issue. Maybe they have what is that, the perpetrators, yeah, may have kinds of psychological issues, yeah, they got from their past experience, yeah, such as they don't have any empathy, yeah, or they distorted, yeah, beliefs about sex, or their relationship is bad, or they get trauma, yeah, from their past experience. And the third one is access and opportunity. Why it is always happen? Because the access, maybe it's easy for them, related to certain environments, or the situation can provide the perpetrators with their opportunity to commit, yeah, sexual abuse. For example, the isolated setting or classroom or lack of supervisors from the other lectures and the situation support why they like to do that. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Kak. Yeah, about power. Some students is like afraid to report because they believe that there's a power or authority and the college, and the second one is a psychologist issue, and the third one or the last is about access opportunity. It's like access opportunity at college. That's why sexual abuse in academic institution is easy to be happen. Thank you, Kak. Ini Kak Mas Rudi.
Okay.
Kak Mas Rudi,
Okay.
time's yours, Kak.
Okay. Good evening, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, actually we can listen to you, Kak, but it's not like clear.
Sorry, guys. I use my phone because my laptop has been gotten a problem. Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
I have a question about sexual abuse in academic environments. That's fine, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Kak.
Yeah. But I do believe sexual abuse in academic environment, but not just one a problem, but the other problems and impact about that is social media problem. That's the biggest problem. So how is the way for minimize about the main cause root cause as about the social media.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Kak Mas Rudi. Kak Mas Rudi said that sexual abuse that happen in academic is not in institution. Academic institution is not main reasons, but it's about social media problems. Yeah, thank you, Kak. Yeah, Kak, the has singing. I mean, the has slinging. Oh yeah, the has slinging. Time for yours, Kak. The has slinging.
Okay, thank you. There are already great points that are already delivered by previous speakers, and I just want to add some points that actually regarding those faculty staffs, uh, educators, or someone else that possess power to commit the exploitation or in terms of abuse in the academic settings. Well, I would like to say that sometimes maybe this point is quite similar or quite related enough to the point that the Mr. Saiful has pointed out before. Actually, sometimes also in academic settings, the faculty staffs or in terms of here, for example, the the teachers or the professors sometimes interacting with the students, the university has students. But in a question, sometimes the contents of the interactions is somewhat sexually related. Like maybe at first they are loving at like a sexual kidding, like it's just a kidding, but it tends to be normalized. Then sometimes it is uncontrollable, or sometimes it is normalized in the in in academic settings of the students. It is need, and I think it is need to be clear that both the students and primarily the teacher supposed to have a high norms in teaching, like they have a standard that if they um want to just like being kidding, like they want to have a laugh together, they should have short content.
Thank you, Kak Dehaslin, about that, about sexual abuse that happens in academic situations, and you say that sometimes it's normalizing in academic situation. Thank you, Kak Dehaslin. Well, anyone else to share about the opinion? Okay. Yeah. Because no one wants to share about this point, I would like to move to the next slide. Yeah, are concerns of sexual violence. Child sexual abuse or women have strong consequences for the body and psychological conditions of mental health, such as there will be social isolations and loss of important relationship and friendship, and it's also make them scared to not go to school. Also, like there will be anxiety. You agree about this point that will be social isolation and loss of important relations, friendship, or will be anxiety, for example, scared to not scared to go to school. So like there will be a trauma. Second, disorders, there will be a sleep disorder, and I say before there will be anxiety and overthinking, overthinking and think and could not sleep. And the third one is a negative impact on self-esteem. Maybe all of you guys has opinion, or maybe there will be some something like there will be something less. The consequences are consequences will be influenced for our mental health. Anyone else to share? Yeah, Kak Ekalita Sari, please.
Thank you, sir. Because it's a bad habit or characters, of course, it can make like terrifying for the victim, right? Because mostly the doers is like not empathy, and they don't have, like I said, healthy boundaries. I mean, red flags for something that you cannot cross. Like maybe there is a mistake in the verbal or the stimulant in the condition, because in somehow if we are like friends or worker, or you have in one environment, maybe you are you communicate not purpose, and if it can be a cause, yeah, we have to admit that, but it didn't mean that you can do the bad action, right? You have to have to know which is that the can be tolerated and cannot be tolerated. That's what I want to deliver, because sometimes in interaction, maybe there is our conduct maybe making us having a problem, like annoying, or like these things, maybe because the way you behave, something like that. But it didn't mean that you can do harm things to people, right? So there is like a trust issue in the case, because it's like, maybe if we can take a analog, it's like the parent to the children, right? The children cannot control their emotion and they are really naughty, something like that. But it didn't mean that the parent can lose control of their emotion, right? I mean, they cannot cross the boundaries. Your children is like naughty, but it didn't mean that you can like like apa, give them a hard punishment. It's not like that, right? You give them punishment, or maybe you are correction them, but with the way that they understand and effective for them. And the most important thing, that you yourself have to have a self boundaries, like you have to can distinguish which is that it can be still tolerate and cannot be tolerated, because it's the boundaries. And when you cross the boundaries, then you will be doing something that cannot be tolerated, because in some you cannot argue that you are pushing into the condition, because you have the right. I think that's the something that we have to be considered. And if you cannot control yourself, you can say, or you can stop the condition and say that I'm sorry, I cannot continue this because it can make me lose control. You can say simple things like that.
Yeah. So it's something that can be considered, like cannot be tolerance, yeah, Kak. About because of boundaries that cannot be a tolerance, and it's one of sometimes that can be considered.
Yeah, because it's a big difference when you doing bad things with the you are intent you have intention, right?
Yeah.
But you didn't do the bad action. But when you do the bad action, it means that you are crossing the boundaries, right? If you didn't crossing the boundaries, then you didn't do nothing, because you didn't do the bad deeds. But yeah, maybe there is some condition that making you like confusing, right? We have to admit sometimes from our interaction, sometimes it's like a confusing, but still you have you still have a boundaries that you have to sustain and cannot cross it, because when you crossing it, there is will be like some trust issue, and the confusing condition is like continuing, and you will be like blaming each other, right? But when some of you said like, stop it, I cannot continue with this because I can lose my self control, I think it's more sensible, yeah, can be accepted when there is one of the party or both can take a break, and they taking the boundaries and stop. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Kak, for your opinions. That's really a benefit. Well, I would like to give the chance for others participants. Maybe has a good opinion that can be shared, or maybe the one who never speak up. Okay, Kak, Mas Rudy, please, Kak.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. I agree with Miss Ekali Tasari, right? But I have the other opinion. Just adding about how it's doing for getting mental health. Yeah. The beginning from our family. For making a good mentality. It started from our family. How is doing our parents, father and mother. Yeah, right. When the father often angry to our children, I do believe that is not good for making us mentality. So the education is important. It start from the family. And then as when the children has gone to the school, the bullying is the problem. The bullying come to the children which collaborates about social media. The social media is not good for our children because as all of us know about the social media impact. I mean, to make our mindset as Gen Z is not good than as millennial generations. Okay, that's my opinion. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Kak Masri. That's from Kak Masri that actually it will be good if we begin from the family, like and make a good mentor. We educate the children about good mentally first, and to make a good mindset for young generation, especially for Gen Z about this mental health, maintains of mental health. Ya, Kak Syaiful, Saiful ya. Kak Saiful, please.
Oh, yeah, thank you. But what is Gansat? Is it a power generator?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Um, I'm gonna be very quick because I believe that October and also abused Valak are going to delve deeper, talking about the psychological effect towards the victims. But what I want to highlight, it's really so difficult. What I want to highlight is that the consequence of sexual abuse, I think, also vary based on the gender that actually victimized. Because I want to bring up the opinion or the narrative from the guy who got molested or got abused sexually by other people. Our society normalizes that guy got sexual abuse is actually common, regardless of the forms of the sexual abuse. Which the outcome of this is that when they are getting molested or they're getting sexually abused, they're just gonna passing it away. For example, when I was in high school, it was not, but let me make it clear. My personality right now is not a reflection of me getting sexually abused when I was in high school. But what I want to highlight is that people getting passed it away, it seems like it's normal. When I was in high school, my teacher actually like not just poked, but pinched my very precious chest, pretending like I was a woman at that time. And everyone was laughing, considering that it was a joke. But for me personally, it was really molested. It was determined, and I have to confirm myself that, okay, they're just joking. It seems that I need to chill out. But it's basically very detrimental to me that I don't know that people can actually make a joke towards the sexual abusement. Oh, I slapped him right on my own face, but in my dream, because I have no power. And at that time, back then in 2011, yeah, again, because the society thinks that it was a joke, then I also pass it away. It's also happening these days that when the woman actually pokes the guy's chest or the guy's physics, they're just gonna consider that as a joke or just like a physical type of relationship of your friends. But when we're doing it the other way around, it's gonna be considered as a crime. So what's the consequences? Because of this normalized situation, the guy who got molested or sexually abused are going to have more, what's that called? Like hidden such mental health issues rather than the women. I'm not saying that the mental issue that women has when they're victimized means that it's lesser, yeah? What I try to say is that people put the highlight more or the spotlight more to the what happened to the women, which is actually still also very detrimental. These all four numbers of the consequences are very true. I'm not saying it's not valid. What happened to them are valid, whatever it is. But I want to highlight as well that no matter who you are, regardless the gender, the consequences are valid. And it's going to be very detrimental when you normalize it as something that be considered as a joke or something else. So that's all I want to say before the Abuse Valak or October are going to give the very astonishing fun facts about the consequences of this particular crime, Mr. Rashid. I really hope that you allowed Abuse Valak to talk after this, or Miss Ennis. But regardless, whoever, I believe they're going to be delayed. Thank you very much for my 11 British accent. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kak Saiful. You say that it's because of there's a normalized, and you have a good story that make me cheer. Thank you, Kak Saiful, for that. Oh yeah, Kak Annie, who's that? Annie? Where is Kak Annie? The one who has rise up?
Ennis.
Annie's, yeah, Annie's. Where is it?
Oh, yeah, I think okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Beside the psychological consequence such as social isolation, depression, sleep disorder, and negative impact, as long as I ever read or get information in social media, there is possibility people who are the victim or being a victim of sexual abuse, there's possibility for them being the doer. What is the opposite of victim, everyone? So because they are very mad, they are desperate. Oh my God, I hate this act. So they try to do this to other people. So after being the victim, they are the doer. Or maybe when they feel like, what, it is good. Actually, oh, I think this is not something bad to do. So this is allowed to do to other people. So they do not think that this is a bad act. They don't think that they are victim. They think this is no lah ya. But I think there's possibility for them being the doer, I think. Thank you, Mr.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Kak Heni, for your opinion.
Well,
You say that besides social isolation, a lot of important relations and friendships, it's made them from the school not to go to school. It also get from social media. Yeah, thank you, Kak Heni. Anyone else to share about the opinion? Anything else? Okay, no more.
the abuse
Let me,
Balak is going to say something, Mr. Rashid, if I may to recommend somebody.
yeah.
The abuse Balak.
Balak. What's Balak mean?
You know, the snake fruit is Balak, right?
Yeah. I don't think about that. Okay, Kak. Okay, let's move to next slide. Okay, this express that if you have experienced sexual violence before, protect yourself from its negative effects. For you guys, what do you do if you experience sexual abuse? This is question for me. What do you do if you experience sexual abuse? Anyone to express this question? What do you do if you experience sexual abuse? Maybe Kak Saiful, do you have things that you want to share or that you want to suggest us if you experience sexual abuse? What will you do?
Right now, well, actually, thank you for pointing me out. I think it really depends on. I think it's going to be very difficult because it's very difficult to basically do something when you experience it yourself. Because there is a state of psychological something terms that state that when you're actually experiencing sexual abuse, you're going to be a state of shock or something that makes you actually unable to move or to just directly react unless that you're probably well prepared. But I think that this is the world of crime. These days, people are so rude, impolite, having like very seems like they're uneducated. I don't want to say that uneducated people means that they're bad, but just seems like they are. I think first of all, you need to be learning how to protect yourself better. I think it's more the prevention rather than the how do you act in a real situation. I think because it's really based on the condition, right? For example, when you are in the really, you can say nobody's around, or it is only you and the perpetrators, it's gonna be difficult for you to basically protect yourself unless that you're capable of doing taekwondo or you're having a martial arts skills, then it's gonna be useful. But somehow I think these days people need to bring like a shotgun or just bring a knife. No, I'm not saying. I don't want to say that. Just like something. What is that called? The spray or something that probably can give a shocking shot to somebody's eyes. I think it's like a sprayer of something. I think people need to have that these days. That if you don't like the person, then you just spray it. But eventually, that to protect yourself from sexual violence or abuse, I think first of all, you need to know how to protect yourself and also being very quite assertive, I think. Because when I was molested at the time, I wasn't that assertive to actually shout out or just call out my teacher. But these days, people are so, I don't know, easy to access social media that they are capable of voicing their mindset when it comes to sexual abuse, like in Twitter and X. So that every single time that we can see from the social media or news that people are molested or sexual abuse and it's getting famous. So I think could be so many factors that probably can be the solution, but I think that it's kind of hard. It's going to be very difficult to basically protect yourself even like in the really safe place, like Islamic boarding school, or even in the police station itself. Do you know the news story, the news that recently airing that the police officer raped a victim of the raping itself?
Yeah.
It was so, I want to say the N word, but it was so freaking bad that even the one who do the law enforcement was the one who basically do this type of crime. So that I think that these days people need to learn how to protect themselves, like bringing that something sprayer. Please give me the name of the sprayer, guys. Probably people need to bring like Stella or Bygone or something. What can that can probably hurt somebody's eye when they try to do though. There must be something we can do, unless like you need to have the weapon or something that can protect yourself. Well, the whistleblower in the office could be a solution, but I think still it's after the action happened. But when it's really on happening in the occurrence, I think it's kind of difficult unless they're capable of protecting using martial art. I think, yeah, we need to really give everyone martial art education so that they can protect themselves. Like right now, I'm actually learning Taekwondo in my dream. I'm also going to gym myself. Yeah, I can learn from that. I think that's all, Mr. Aisha.
Okay, so are you diligent to go gym now?
Oh my goodness, I've been dreaming going to the gym like for a couple of weeks now, and right now, and I think yeah, I'm building some muscles now, especially on my belly.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
I'm so interested to see your your
Oh my
body will
God,
be
it's a sexual
muscle.
abuse that you want to see my body, sir? Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, I really miss you guys. You are my friend. That as I talk that you are skinny at the time, and I'm so curious
Oh
to
my God,
know
I'm
your
so honored that you
body.
call me skinny. Oh my
I
God.
remember
No, I'm
you
not.
when we were active in the community in Makassar. I really miss you, but I'm curious to know about your change, your body being muscle. So interested to see that.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
just kidding, Kak Shaiful. Okay, like you say that. I think that the most important thing is to protect sexual abuse, like giving everyone educations about to protect sexual abuse. Thank you for your nice opinion, Kak Saiful, really benefit for us. Well, I give this chance to Kak Enis. Kak Enis, time yours.
Okay, so the question is, what do you do if you experience sexual abuse?
Yeah.
When is it, Mister? When it is happening or when it was done?
When both when it's
What?
happening or done, what will you do after done? Maybe you will do something.
Okay, when it is happening, I think I cannot imagine what's the best reaction because it's kind of we see Falak directly in front of our face, like ching ching, like land, like
Yeah.
of course we do not know what to do at that time. For those who's mentally strong, focus, and always relax in every situation, and they can think logically, maybe they can take some action. But for those who's vulnerable, sensitive, um, sensitive and emotional, I think they will just blank. They do not know what to do when it is happening. Like, oh my God, just something like that. But when it happened, it had done. I think what they can do is, of course, the doctor will say you need to get, you need to get no protection. You need to see the doctor. You need to get consultation or something like that. The doctor will suggest that because the victim will got psychologically unstable. Of course, the doctor will say that. But if you are too afraid to see the doctor, if you are you don't know how to access, you do not know the doctor, which doctor you want to meet and get consultation, I think the best way is, of course, it will take time, long time maybe for many people. Take a deep breath, very deep breath, relax and get back to yourself. When it is happening, you lost control, you lost yourself. Take yourself back. The first is take yourself back, get control of yourself, then try hard to figure out again about yourself. Try to find your values again, because after being abused, of course, you feel like, as you said before, shameful, pessimistic, and any other. Please go back, try to find your value. How to do this? You can search in Google how to find myself, how to know the reason of life or something. You can search the way. Maybe join the communities, be close to your friends, planning the dreams, planning oh my God. Just use your time for improving yourself or figure out your value rather than to just keep thinking on this. So I think because if you are being abused, you are the victim, and you are not wrong. So don't think that I'm not precious anymore. So please, it is not. Many victims think that I'm not precious anymore, and this is very wrong mindset. It is not their mistake if they think that way. So just get help. Thank you, Mr.
Okay, that's it. Thank you, Kak Enes, for your sirens. It's about that you cannot imagine that if it happened to you, you say that if we have a power to protect ourselves, yeah, it probably happened. But if we not, if we don't have any power to face that, oh, that's really dangerous. And you say that after getting the sexual abuse, sometimes we find so hard, like to face the doctor. Maybe the doctors just suggest that you may get consultation if we face the doctor or the psychologist about sexual abuse that we have faced that. Okay. Anyone else to share? Kak Ota, how do you think,
Okay.
Kak Ota?
All right, okay. Thanks for the chance given. Actually, I'm interested in talking because two previous speakers talk about pre and post related to experience sexual abuse. In addition to highlight related to this one based on my experience, I was becoming the victim of sexual abuse. What we can protect is we have no idea what to do. Pre how to say pre accident. At the time, because the tour teaches me to buy some t-shirts, clothes at mall and so on, and I just followed it because I required a lot of jobs in terms of being a college student. What makes me weird that in a rainy season, it was raining. The tour invited me or forced me to go home in his house, and he is a boy. I had no idea what he would be doing with me. And then in a rainy season, no one stayed in his house, and he forced me to come in to his bedroom to watch a television, and he turned on the fan. And of course, the weather, you know that if in a rainy season and we are in the bedroom, and also the fan is on, we are getting sleepy. It makes me weird. What would you do? And then he did something that, and in my brain, it's out of the box. It doesn't make sense. And then I will punch him because we only two boys in one bedroom. And then let me fight with him, even he is a bigger than me. I do not really care about it. What Mr. Saiful said, you have to bring the knife and so on. I have no preparation.
Bring a
After
fork, Mr. Ku.
after the tour, he cheated me to buy t-shirt and so on. After that accident, I directly invited my close friend, two of my friends, one of them is my younger brother. You come here in coffee shop, bring knife. Let me kill him. At the time, I was out of control about it, and my friend was the athlete of martial art. Let me come into this house and we kill him. Subconsciously, because I was under control about it. And I just, how to say, knocked his door and he didn't go outside. Uh, what, it affects me traumatic? Yes. After that accident, is it easy or effortless to do consultant or talk with a lot of people? No, I require a lot of time. What to do after this? What to do? And it becomes super traumatic about it when I make a bigger people, or let's say right now we can give a symbolized or attributable, let's say gay and so on, because the government already announced it. But before that, in 2015 until 2017, it was not familiar. That's why my out of control is it has no regulations. It has no law. I would kill him. I didn't think too much about jail and so on. Rather than I get super traumatic. That's my shortcut. That's my short term. But it's not good solution. If we only talk about the conversation on the stage. But if in that accident, the point is I can revenge what you did to me. Thank you very much.
Oh my God. This is story from Kak Ota that's really emotional. And you say that we have no idea to do that if we experience sexual abuse. I'm sorry to hear that, Kak Ota. Okay, yeah. Kak Ekalida, it might be you have like sharing. Oh yeah, Kak Ekalida, please.
I
Oh, Kak,
agree with Mr. Ku to punch the man, because I think it's very effective, because it's like you give a strong response, right? But what I also have some humiliated experience, but it's in the public transportation. That's why when the public transport in my time, if there is a very full, I didn't want to go in, because there sometimes there is some people that having some benefit of the condition, right? And it's very humiliating, right? And when I was junior high school or high school, I didn't want to have any boyfriends, because sometimes when I'm talking with them, they are sometimes like grab my hand, something like that. But it's very make you down, right? It's sometimes that you think that if you are talking with your female friends, there is no thing. You just talking, and you can chat with them, right? But not if you're like your friends. Sometimes they are like misinterpret, and at the time I didn't say anything that making like hold my hair, something like that. It's not like that. I just talking like a normal things. It's when we my age, maybe sometimes I yeah I conversation that maybe adult, but it at that doing things like that. But yeah, but in the college, no, I don't have any experience like that. But yeah, there one time, and it feel me shocked because I feel that what I have to do, because I feel that I didn't doing nothing. I just I didn't making people that have to have the some response like that is not make sense in me. Yeah, but I'm sorry, I'm like sweating, and I feel that very yeah, it's very traumatic. Yes, yeah, that's why I feel that if we have a female friend, it's more safe for us. Yeah, for some people, of course, because maybe sometimes I think that maybe because I don't have like gods like Mr. Ku. Yeah, maybe I have to, I think if I am man or boy, maybe I can punch them, right? It's like I'm sweating now. It's because it's very terrifying, right? But because sometimes mostly when you are very innocent and you didn't doing nothing, it's not something that like you are like making people like Mr. Q said, it's there is nothing. Then your friends, it's like I don't know what the crossing and their mind, right? But I'm also glad in right now in public transportation we are having like a female only female in there. It's make us as a female is very safe because there is sometimes it like a bad things happen in the public transportation. It's very intimidating. Yeah.
Yeah, just it, Kak. Thank you. So, Kak, I agree what Ota said before that it's better to punishment that body. Yeah, thank you, Kak Oya. And now times for Kak Masrudi. Please, Kak, share your opinion.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. Yeah, the point is about the questions. What do you do if you experience sexual abuse? Okay, I have more three choice. I mean, hello.
Yeah, yeah, Kak.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Kak.
Okay. The choice one is focus to immediate action. If I ever experience sexual abuse, I will immediately reach out to a church friend. But it needs more efforts and a bit for saying. And then tell to my family or a professional counselor. In the event of such sexual abuse, I will prioritize my safety and well-being by contacting the relevant authorities and seeking medical attention. And the second choice is how is the important effort from the all colleague. I mean, the family, if family support, right? I understand that sexual abuse is a serious crime, and I will not hesitate to report it and seek support from network of caring individuals. If I'm ever in situation of sexual abuse, I will remember that it's not my fault and I deserve help and compassion. And the last one, how to say the commitment for getting help. As I'm committed to taking care of myself as emotionally and physically. If I'm ever a victim of sexual abuse, I will seek the therapy and support to help from this traumatic experience. I believe that with the right support, I can overcome the challenges of sexual abuse and rebuilding myself. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough my opinion. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kak Masri, for your kind opinion about what we do when we experience sexual abuse. The most important, you say that there should be a family support. Because we have Kak, hello Kak. Because we have limited time, so maybe no more wants to
Please give
share.
these two people talking, Mr. Abdul, Abuse Fark and October. Please just give me at least 1 minute.
Mr. October, please. I give you a chance for Mr. October as a request by Kak Saiful. Yeah, Kak October. Where is Kak October? I don't know exactly who is Kak October. That's a funny name. Please sit. Can you help me, Kak Saiful? Where is Kak October, Mr. October?
Oh my God, he's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. Maybe he is angry.
Abuse Fala
Because-
can also replace him.
Yeah, I think so.
He's going to
So
conclude.
what should we do?
Let Abuse Fala concludes the discussion, I believe.
Yeah, just
Silly me, silly. Stop being silly, Saiful.
yeah, this is Abuse Fala.
All right. So you mean, okay, so may I just share a little bit?
You may share, Kak.
Okay. So based from this slide, like what do you do if you experience sexual abuse? So actually, in my experience, I never had some kind of sexual abuse experience, but in terms of like a verbal sexual, sexual in a verbal way. So yeah, I had, but maybe because I was very assertive. I am assertive person, to be honest, and I'm not like, I never like, I just like really don't care about that. Oh, okay, someone just bully me, someone just like abuse me, someone's just like doing some kind of bad behavior towards me. So I just didn't care. In my perspective, that anything about negativity in my own environment, that people around me, that you are fully understand, and you are 100%, you can control yourself, even though it's about abuse, whether it's sexual abuse, no, I mean like a verbal abuse, or maybe it's like someone just treat me as an object. Maybe most of the time for our discussion tonight is about female, it's about a woman on probably 80%, but a male had experience about this abusing. They can be an object from the woman's that irresponsible woman. I would say that in the soft way, in the soft words, and I felt like maybe it maybe about like 5 years ago, during my college life, that someone said, yeah, these women like maybe because they thought they were thinking that I'm good looking, so I have a capability and I have the good skills. They're just like treat me as I don't know, they're just how to say that maybe I don't know, like menggoda, how to say menggoda.
Seduce.
And then yes, seduce me. In a not really that aggressive, but I know that there was some kind of words that okay, I think she was seduce me. At first, I was didn't care, like, okay, I think they were just joking or they're just playing, fooling around. But time by time flies like this, consecutively, like a first day and then the second day and the third day, because we are the same, we are the same college, we have the same organization back then. Maybe I didn't see her for when it's for every grades that every semester that there's a lot that we have at first we are the members of this kind of organization, and then after that I have a different division with her, with these girls, like her circle. There's a moment that I met her again in some kind of event, but a different community, because we have some kind of, some like a join together with other community, working together, some kind of that. And yeah, she was still like with that kind of behavior. And maybe because I would say that this kind of obsessive, she was very obsessive with me. Maybe when it comes by, like I told her, I just talking with her friends that I believe I told her friends that why she was act like that, and then her friends, this girl's friends, told me that I think she was obsessed with it, and then she just really liked me. And this, her ex is really like me, not about my not just like a physical, but about with kind of achievement, and then now and yeah. Thing is, I would say maybe because of the previous time we talked about some kind of traumatic experience, and then maybe she wasn't move on yet with her ex, and then after that she made me represent about her ex, and then that some kind of traumatic experience from her, that okay, so I think Raihan is really reminds me, really reflects me for my ex, which is that I cannot move on with him. Yeah, without any, without unconsciously, like I thought she can be more respectful with me, even though I'm not her ex, even that I'm more really like her ex. But at the end, it's some kind of seducing, and it comes by at and after the moment, and the next moment that okay, I think this is common abuse for me. It's like a harassing or something like that. Yeah, it was getting uncomfortable because I'm not a jerk. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad boy or bad man. I'm a good person. I don't want. I'm respectful with the woman. I don't care about if you are have a traumatic experience with this kind of some kind of toxic relationship with your ex, with your someone. At least you have to set a boundaries. I think very possible that I'm the victim in here, but maybe because I'm male, or like Miss Kalita said in the previous, from the previous, that playing victim is a very, very risky. What happened if I got this experience from now, this everything about social media is very getting rise very quick, it's very rapid. Maybe I would be getting cancer. Canceled, myself on social media. I mean, like at that time, there's no social media. It's not really that, sort of massive. So I can keep it secret. So I don't have to tell anyone. So except that my family, my friends, that, oh, hey guys, so I got an experience from this kind of girls that she was trying so hard to getting close with me, but at the end, some kind of, I realize it's what some kind of seducing, and that it will be like some kind of violence. I would say it's sexual violence nowadays, but maybe because I'm male, that I'm very assertive, so I can keep my boundaries. I'm not that sensitive person. So now it's my privilege. But what happened if I had experience? Maybe I will get triggered really quick. It would be different if I had experience with the sexual abuse and then with a woman, of course, and then there's another woman, for example, my college from my university that doing this kind of seducing, that I will be triggered, or maybe like I will I getting mad, maybe getting upset, something like that. It will not. It will not be better, but it will be worse. So what will you do if there's some kind of same experience from now? I don't care. I still don't care about it. Yeah, because I don't know. I think today, I have my own notes actually. This I think this generation they can be more open. They're more welcome with this violence knowledge, so they know how to be more self-aware with this sexual abuse. That's like you have to be more close mind with this kind of sexual abuse, that the more open with like sexual very important. Every kind of negativity with the sexual violation, or maybe sexual related to like abusing, something like that, the more understand about this kind of issue, so the more you have to understand, and you can be more wise how to accept, how to compromise with this kind of this kind of behavior, even though with this people, with this environment. You just keep to move on. I mean, like you just keep move on, and then if you feel like this environment with this social circle, social construction, that they are really supportive in sexual abuse. Maybe in my office, like you make a sexual joke, so you just keep move on. No need to like fighting them, not need to like I don't know, like doxing or something like that. I just spill on the thread, maybe on the social media. You just keep move on, and then just okay. So I think this kind of circle, this environment is not good for me. It's not healthy. Just forget it, and then at least you have to keep yourself from the negativity. If you are keep involved with them, so it means that you're not different from this kind of sexual abuse. I mean, like with these kind of blowers. So that's my experience, as my advice, is my suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you, Kak, for your advice. You say before you haven't experienced before about sexual abuse, but the most important thing
Oh my
that
God.
we have to shape or protect from the sexual abuse. Kak Syaiful, do you want to say something?
No, I think Mr. Pool needs to say something to up the association.
Okay, Kak. Okay, Kak, because we have
Oh my
limited
God, Syaiful,
time,
what's wrong with
I
you?
actually still have some slide, but I would like to skip to the last slide. I would like to move to the last slide maybe. Because
It's extremely
Kak.
extremely concerned.
Kak, I just want to actually I would like to change this slide actually at the time, but I don't have any time anymore to change this slide. Okay,
Can we extend?
can mental health can mental health be healed? Kak, can mental health be healed or be cured?
I'm sorry, come again, Mr. Abdul.
I would like to say, can mental health be healed or
Oh.
cured?
Oh, yeah, sure. So I will give a quick response. So yeah, sure, everything can be cured, but maybe it takes a long time because it depends from so how comes that person to, how comes the experience that person, that, how to face those kind of problems, like, and then every kind of mental issues could be different, even though it is the same place, it is the same boat. Like, so for example, if I had a depression and Mr. Abdul had depression, Mr. Saiful, Mr. Demos had a depression. I think because maybe it depends from your personality and your support system for the environments. Alhamdulillah, I had a lot of supportive friends from family. If I had a problem, they will help me. They will encourage me to, to keep things in the positive way. Just get rid of the negativity. It should be a more quick heal. But it depends. But it would be different if Mr. Demos or maybe, yeah. I don't want to mention the name. I'm sorry, Mr. Demos. I mean the others. Uh, like, just an example that they get abused and violence, and then their mental health getting worse, but at the same time they had no, like, support system. They are the victim, but at the same time they're not get they get love, they got more attention. So which part that those kind of traumas will be getting healed, so it will be take a long times. So I think as I think support system privilege is the matter of so getting the biggest effects to, or the main, like, giving you really good spots to how long you can overcome this kind of mental issues. You know what I mean? Like, but we believe that every person, every people who's got this traumatic experience, whether it's depression or the anxiety or something like that, so you have God to pray. So you have your family, you have friends. But if what's all beside you, all to pray with, or maybe you can find somewhere place that they're really support you. I don't community. Just my quick response for that. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm a not.
Falak, yeah, I don't really know your real name. I'm sorry. So I call you
I'm sorry. Okay, wait. I will change my name. My name is
His name is
Demos is getting impressed with my name. Very funny. Oh my God.
Thank you, Kak, for your sharing, because we have limited time, and Kak Ota say that there will be meeting after this one. So to conclude that, I will say that I would like you all that maybe we can educate society about the awareness of sexual abuse, and that's really hard because this issue is always happening actually in my society. So I wish that we can educate them. Thank you. Okay, I would like to give it back to Kak Ota. Time's yours, Kak.
Wow, it's wonderful and impressive discussion. Give applause to the moderator.
Give applause.
Okay, wait, let me give a feedback related to what we have been discussing. What's that?
Who is the person has been graduate recently? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, wait. We have some vocabularies here. We can improve our speaking much better. It has perpetrator, pelaku kejahatan, KDRT, domestic violence, malign. Last time our Lord Saiful said malign, underestimate, despise, dismiss, point out. Later on, I will share this one into our groups. Distinguish, we can say different, detrimental. This one. Yeah. It seems like filler. How to avoid fillers? We can set in a specific goals. What we are going to talk about, it make it specific. It means that we can reduce filler. Yeah. yeah, or we can use silence strategically. We are silent first, and then we can continue what we are going to talk about. How to reduce our fillers, whether you want to say because article in English, it has a meaning. Is followed by noun. Article is followed by animal, it can be seekor. Article is followed by vegetable, fruit can be sebuah. Article is followed by a person, can be seorang. That's why how to avoid fillers or reduce the fillers. You can use the silence strategically and then continue speaking and then use a specific point, what we are going to talk about. It means that from the general into a specific, how to enrich our point of view and how to share it clearly. So that we do not muter-muter. After talking from the psychological effect, talking about the physical, and talking about the economical, talking about this one. So we can broaden our point of view. And then do not forget, if people is plural. Yeah, should be people are. If you want to use is, person is single, people is plural. Like this one, it is salah ya. Partner is have to be no. If you want to say like this one, should be partner has to be. Nggak perlu ada is-nya. Has to be plus ana. What is ana? Ana is adjective, noun, and adverb. Kalau ketemu verb berarti verb ing. If we talk about grammar, grammatically. Okay, step by step. In order to get improvements in each weekly discussion. Okay, I would like to give an appreciation for our moderator to take a picture earlier. You know that? Even you can see this one. SSMPD.
You are outstandingly,
Thank you, Kak. Thank you all. Thank you so much for your
mesmerizingly
contribution.
amazing.
I'm going to
I would
take a
love to
picture.
wait for another session, okay, with you.
Mr. Abdul, you can this one. Let me take a picture. One,
Oh my God.
three.
Mr. Abdul.
Thank you, Kak.
And all of you now, please open your video. We are going to take a picture together.
Oh my God, I love Palakwan.
I
Bye.
love your spiritful Mr. Saiful, Mr. Daddy, Mr. whatever your identity is. Parto.
You didn't mention me, Miss Ennis. You have to mention me.
Oh, well, yeah, Mr. Rehan, absolutely. Every day your spirit is
Top of the roof.
Seka, Hanum, Nisa, listener,
Slinging,
Ennis,
slinging.
Andini, Mr. Octo,
Hello,
Mr.
Mr.
Octo.
The Hashinging Slasher.
Oh my goodness.
He's
the
also my
guy.
partner in Makassar. So Rashid and Haslinging, which is
I
Andi,
see, I see.
are both my friends in Makassar.
Are you just new, right, Saiful?
Singing.
Miss
But it
Ennis, would
has
you
been a
mind
long time to not see
opening
you.
your camera? Okay, nice. Listener, Hanum,
Hang
Umi.
on. Saiful, why do you have another
You know that we are
gesture?
honored to have a guest from Australian. Yeah, let me take a picture. Let me count. One,
Hang on,
two,
hang
three.
on. Wait a minute.
1, 2, 3, go.
Hang on.
Are you taking pictures now?
Once
Hang
more.
on.
Once
All
more.
right.
Once more.
Two
Yeah,
left.
once more.
Mas Rudy, you have to like falling out your hair. Your duta sample.
1, 2, 3, go. Oh my goodness. Okay, good.
Done?
Thank you very much for your
Funny thing
coming,
about
everyone.
tonight is that
Hope so
no
much. We
women
are,
is opening the camera.
yeah, we have Yadiel. I say Ota community. The answer yesterday, you said tomorrow. Ota community.
Yesterday we said tomorrow.
Thank you
Yesterday
very
we said
much.
See you tomorrow.
See you.
Can we do it again?
Weekly discussion.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Bye-bye.
Abdul.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. You're most
Thank you,
welcome.
thank you, Demo.
Precious.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Ku,
See you there.
for being
Oh my God,
moderator.
I
See you,
heard
Daddy.
you. You said Palak.